anticipation of this big one we have coming up. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Washington. He's got his man. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Second down coming up. Snap it to the back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The Spartans will move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Bring in the heat. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's back to throw on second down. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and we'll change into the field now.
Michigan State, 7. Georgia, 0.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Trying to get behind the defense. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
This one's complete. Ball is loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
They'll put that return to a stop with the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. On the move. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive and now in business near midfield at the 49. Fires toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And back to the air on 2nd down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. The give to the right. At the 45 on its way. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Rolls it in. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll run it from the gun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Grabbed behind the line. It's small. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the side.
He's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And here comes the offense on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4 on the play. Third down coming up.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Right down the middle. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Oh, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Using his feet, smashes through the tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Inside 10 seconds to go, and the half clock reads 9. It is 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Michigan State 14, Georgia 7.
And the Spartans will kick it away to crank up the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff to the single running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
When you get the incompletion there on 3rd down, you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Quarterback checking the play. This is a designed run. The Spartans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. In their own end, they go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you...
He's going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Spartans are flying down the field. Looking for the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's the handoff. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan State!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Georgia, 7.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll try the right side. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Unloads to the wideout. Another. On third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. He leaves it with his back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking to the big tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
On third down, going up top. Fires a ball, now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
Michigan State, 21, Georgia, 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Leave 31-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
First down for the offense.
The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Direct snap. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games, and that guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Finds a man by himself. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Throws to the wideout. Got it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down trying to generate a touchdown.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Let's it go to the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of. Got a lot of running room. The 10! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown!
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Fair catch, called for and made. First down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And the senior would love to have that one back, just a little too much on the pass.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Trying to get to it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and they convert. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They're trying to get to it. And he was trying to cash in the end zone of this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.